Guatemalan rainforest, lost in a sea of jungles lie the ancient Mayan ruins of Huaxatan. The arrival of Wrigley's in 1918 to harvest chicle for chewing gum sparked Huaxatan's renaissance. An airstrip was constructed beside the ruins, and a rapidly expanding village followed. But in recent years, government moves to conserve the forest have threatened the survival of this remote community. Huaxatan is in the vast and sparsely populated northern region of Petén. In 1990, the Guatemalan government declared the area a biosphere reserve. Villagers who depended on the forest for their livelihood were no longer allowed to harvest its products.
La sorpresa de las comunidades es la siguiente, que a las industrias forestales.
What shocked us was that commercial loggers were allowed to exploit the forest while local communities were forbidden.
Pero mientras las comunidades se les estaba limitando. En ese momento tomamos la decisión en que teníamos que organizar.
At that moment, we realized that we had to organize ourselves to fight this system.
No era la que necesitábamos para romper el esquema.
In 1997, Organización Manejo y Conservación, OMYC, was formed to lobby the government for the legal right to use the forest. OMYC is a community-based organization promoting conservation and sustainable development. In 1999, it achieved unprecedented success when it was granted the largest concession in Guatemala. This gave OMYC the right to manage the forest sustainably for the next 25 years, and the villagers the chance to continue their traditional way of life. Chicle, used to make chewing gum, was first harvested here in 1916. It's still a major source of income.
Everyone in Huaxatan lives off chicle and the other natural resources. This is why we appreciate the value of this forest. This is why we protect the forest. We don't want to try and destroy the forest. We want to live from the forest and have a relationship with the forest. It's part of our culture.
The other major source of income in Huaxatan is zate, palm leaf cut in the forest.
The process that we do is to cut it, to tie it in bunches and sell it to sustain our families.
Para el sustento de nuestra familia, varias personas nos dicen que lo ocupan para floreros.
Various people tell us that they use it for flower arrangements. Others say that they use it to make paint, medicines, but we really don't know where the zate goes. Before we set up OMYC, middlemen were buying zate from us.
Quienes nos compraban nuestro producto de zate eran los contratistas.
OMYC now has its own buying centre to help people like Salvador get a better price for their zate. Zate nurseries are being created to stop depletion of the plant in the forest.
People in Huaxatún have a big knowledge about all the species and the techniques of harvesting, but what they need is a technical support. So what we are doing here is just a demonstration field to show the people all the potential that zate growing have.
A recent initiative now trains local youngsters as tour guides for the ancient ruins.
The more the tourists that come, the more people will be employed in tourism, which means they won't be cutting down trees. For every person who works a day as a tour guide, a tree is saved.
The Huaxatan concession generates valuable funds for community development projects like a women's craft program and the local school, thereby protecting the future of both the forest and the people who live in it.